there was a time in this country, a time that uh, I am so glad we have worked past, and that is a time when returning members of the military were punished and held accountable to those political viewpoints and decisions of the people who sent them, of the president of the United States, or of the people perpetuating the conflict. And that the veterans who were drafted and forced to go had to come home and bear the brunt of that. And we've finally come to a point in our society, and I'm very grateful for it, where we we can disagree with the leaders who sent the veterans, but we do not discount the sacrifice of the veterans, and we hold them up and we salute them. I personally do not believe that there is a chance in today's climate that all members of the military will be viewed by the actions of a few. But I would ask why we allow that to happen in all of these other cases. Now, you should know neither of the gunmen had combat experience, according to military records, and there is no evidence that they suffered from post-traumatic stress disorder, which the public often associates with the potential for violence. This article says veterans group worry that negative stereotypes will nonetheless spread, keeping employers from hiring veterans and hindering an already tough transition from military to civilian life. This Iraq War veteran said people see these guys were veterans and they make the leap that all veterans are killers with PTSD that are going to blow at a moment's notice. He says he's experienced that. And that message is very harmful. Now, if you're somebody who has that viewpoint, I've never met anybody who does, but if you are somebody who has that viewpoint about members of the military, you should know that there is no data that suggests, this is from the story, veterans as a whole are more likely to commit crimes. In fact, a number of veterans have noted that while both gunmen had served in the military, so had 4 of the 8 officers who were killed. And they were out there to protect and to serve. The truth is that veterans are much more likely to be the rescuer than the assailant. I love that line. And I believe that to be true. But there is this lazy stereotype that we come back as damaged souls. We must avoid the risk and the temptation to allow any group, whether or not it's veterans, Muslims, gun owners, blacks, whites, cops, Hispanics, immigrants, to be labeled and treated and stereotyped. All of Wall Street, all wealthy, all business owners. I would suggest to you that anytime that language is used, it is used to get some type of political advantage, and it is never used appropriately, because there are very few things that you can assign to all, unless you're talking about all humanity, and in that case, we all bleed red, and we should all be treated as though we are innocent until proven guilty. At least that's what the founders thought anyway. I'd love your commentary on this if you have it. 57500 is our text line. You can also call the comment line, 575-7668. I hope and pray that every member of our military feels loved and appreciated by this country, and that we step up and do more, not less, if it turns out that there is some condition that comes upon somebody because they served in combat, and that we reach out more, and that we help more, and that we express more gratitude towards those who have served and those families who have sacrificed so much.